Welcome to Keiser Voices, the story of success, brought to you by Keiser University Graduate School, here where the academic world meets personal triumph. Join us today as we dive into the captivating tales of success.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Keiser Voices. I'm excited because joining us today is Miss Hisela Tamayo. She is our Associate Director for Student Services of the Latin Division. Ms. Tamayo, thank you for joining us.
No, thank you for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here.
So all month long, we're having a conversation on Hispanic heritage. And we were really hoping to have a conversation with you today about embracing culture, legacy, and leadership within the Hispanic community. How has your Hispanic heritage influenced your personal and professional life?
Oh, great question. Okay. My Spanish heritage has influenced me in so many ways, both personally and professionally. When I moved to the United States like 24 years ago as an immigrant, I quickly learned the importance of resilience, okay, and hard work, values that are really common in our culture. Um, And my career, my background has given me the push through different challenges, okay, especially how to learn English that I'm trying to do every single day and try to improve and I'm still learning. And also they lead me to create an empathy for people like me. Okay, through my career, it's very important for me to show myself as an example to them and letting them know that if I can, they can. So I think this is the way that my heritage shaped me to be a great professional and be an example for them.
So you're a mother of two wonderful young ladies, and not to mention all the different students that pass through our Latin division. What tradition or values from your culture do you consider the most important that you're trying to pass on to these future generations?
Mm. Okay, I think one of the most beautiful traditions is the value of the family. Okay,
Mhm.
to create, for example, in my daughters, because both of them grow here in the United States, and to teach them how important is the family, how to support to each other, how to respect, how to help the people like us. It doesn't matter about the country, okay, but um it's amazing. It's amazing. For me, it's the value of the family, one of the most important tradition. But I am from Colombia. I have a beautiful tradition for them that I don't know. It's the candle night in December 7th, and every single year, okay, we celebrate this tradition. And actually, it's amazing because we already spoke with a lot of people, and I already have people for a lot of countries there in my house every December, and also they love it. They love it, and I
Mm.
hope in the future my daughters are going to do the same thing.
That's amazing. Looking back, through this journey that you've had, coming to the United States, starting over, which I know we didn't really talk a whole lot about that portion of your journey. But did you have any role models within the Hispanic community that helped shape and guide you along the way?
I had many roles within the Hispanic community, starting with my parents, okay, because they taught me the value of hard work, sacrifice, and believe in myself because it was not easy. Okay, when you're here in this country and you don't have the language and you are just starting learning the culture, and sometimes uh, you really want to give up. But for me to call them and say, okay, I'm not, I'm not well, I need your help. And my mom all the time say, you can do that. Okay. The limit is the sky. Okay. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Just do it. Just do it. It was one of the favorite phrase for her. So for now, my parents, and also I admire a lot of people. For example, Sonia Sotomayor. Okay, she's actually part of the Supreme Court. I have understood that she's from Puerto Rico, okay? And the way that she growing up professionally into the United States, now she be a part of the Supreme Court, that's amazing. Also, why not Shakira? She's one of the amazing singers from Colombia that she broke all different frontiers around the world. Everybody knows about her. She speak English. She speak a lot of languages. And, and I know that she's a great example for all of us. So also I have Cesar Chavez. I have understood that this guy made beautiful things for people working in farms. So being honest, when I started working in Spanish Heritage Month, I I learn a lot. I learn a lot, and I'm so proud, not just of my culture, about all the people who who is Hispanic or Latin, okay, because we know that it's not the same, but I love it. I love it the way that how I learn about the Spanish Heritage Month and how we have a lot of people who left our name high into the United States.
I know we've been talking a lot about Hispanic Heritage Month and things that, traditions from your culture and influence on your lives. But is there a personal story that you could also share with us that demonstrates resilience and even the pride in your culture?
We have a lot of people, okay, but I can't tell, I don't know, my story, okay, because actually, thanks God, I feel so proud of myself. And also, I want to be an example for a lot of people, especially for my daughters, okay? I came to the United States 24 years ago, okay, because I have to leave Colombia. I came in political asylum process. It was not easy, okay, especially because I know that I can come back to Colombia and I left all my family there. So when I came, I was a professional in Colombia. I have a beautiful life there, and I start from zero. Okay, here in the United States was not easy. Okay, but I learned that you can do whatever you want. Okay, and this country offers great opportunities for people like us. So the thing is, you need to know how to get them. So I started learning English in public schools. I started working. My first job was a clown in birthday parties. And it was so funny because I didn't know English and I started working in Hialeah because people there just love to speak in Spanish. And then I went to grow into the company and I started speaking English. But the thing is, for my performance, I memorized everything in English until I started studying a grade in a grade college or something like that. And when I decided to be a clown, I just tried to be a great clown. So growing up, I did amazing parties for a lot of people, great people. Then I started studying English at the college, and my idea is to work in education. So because in Colombia I was a kindergarten teacher, and I love to work with children. When I tried to go in into the public schools, I remember that they told me that I have a very bad accent to work with children, and I say, okay, it's not for here, and I start working in a beautiful place and we could kid with children. And I say, okay, let's try, okay? And I never give up. Sometimes I feel frustrated because of that, but I say, okay, let's continue.
Mhm.
Then working with the children there in Brickell Key, I remember someone from here, from Keiser University, was there and she said that she loves the way that I spoke with people. She said that the way that my passion for everything I was doing, and she offered me to be a part of the Latin division here in the United States. It was 14 years ago. I was so scared, but I applied and I came to Kaiser, started as a mission counselor of the Latin division. It was great when I have the opportunity to change lives, to inspire people to grow professionally into the United States, to be someone here in this country, for me was amazing. Then they offered me the promotion to be associate director of the land division, and I'm here. 1 year ago, I finished my master's degree in management thanks to Kaiser. to the United States. And every single day when I speak with people and when I speak with the students of the Latin division, or maybe it doesn't matter about the division, I just let them know, if I can, you can't. If I growing up professionally in the United States, you can do that. Just never give up. Just continue. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to knock doors. If you made a mistake, don't worry. Just learn from them. If you fell down, just clean your clothing. Go ahead. And this is my experience here in the United States, and I hope that maybe someone can be like me. I don't know.
No, I think that's a great sentiment, and and thank you for sharing your own personal journey. I think one thing that people have a concern about when we start talking about embracing culture, that there is a loss of culture, and that's not true, and that's not been your lived experience. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It's you've added to your culture, but you've never lost that culture that you've learned from the things that you grew up with in Colombia. It's shifted. It's now taken on, that plus, your life here in the United States.
Yes, it's true, 100%. And I know that is not easy, okay? But I learned that all the great challenges, when you got them and when you were past them, the the feeling after that is amazing. It's amazing. And this is my philosophy every single day, not just for me as a professional, it's also as a mom, as a wife, as a daughter. And I hope to help a lot of people to be successful in the future. Why not?
What advice would you give to young Hispanic professionals who want to grow and make an impact of their own?
Okay, my advice for the young generations is keep going. Okay, never give up. Don't be afraid. Okay, um, the sky is the limit. You can be or you can do okay whatever you want or whoever you want. This country is amazing and gave to you a great opportunities, okay? But you need to work hard for that, okay? If you find an amazing job, don't forget that the most important thing is to have a work ethic, okay?
Mhm.
As a professional, it doesn't matter where you're from, okay? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Trust me, and just keep going. This is my best advice for them. Because if I told you before, if I can do it, they can do it. Whoever can do whatever they want.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Tamayo, for joining us today on the podcast and sharing your lived experiences with us as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month.
No, thank you for inviting me. Okay, and I'll see you next time.
And if you guys have enjoyed this conversation, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow as we continue our conversations about Hispanic Heritage Month. We'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you for journeying with us today on Keiser Voices, the story of success. As we close this chapter, remember every story has its next page.